Time now for the BHL 6 o'clock news and this Tuesday evening, November 3rd, 2015. Good evening, everybody. I'm Peter Wiggins at your 6 o'clock news and 9 here. Top story at 6 o'clock here on this Tuesday evening here is in Hong Kong, where the presidents of China and Taiwan will meet on Saturday in Singapore. A spokesman for Taiwan's president said that early on Wednesday. Detroit, U.S. auto safety regulators found Japan's Takata Corporation $70 million on Tuesday for concealing evidence for years after its airbags are prone to explode with grisly consequences that linked to 8 deaths and more than 100 injuries. White House officials said on Tuesday that the president intends to decide the fate of the Keystone XL pipeline during the Senate rather than suspend the federal review process at the request of the project sponsor. Inside a pink bubbled atrium of the Trump Tower on Tuesday, Donald Trump, the salesman, signed copies of his new book. By the armed road, clearly demanded to know precisely how long the line of bars had become on 56th Street. For the first time in more than a year, the widow of the actor, Robin Williams, is speaking publicly about the circumstances that preceded Mr. Williams' death and sharing details about his disease here when he had died. Herbal Iraq. Ahmed Shabia, Iraqi exile whose birth failed Washington access and later discredited claims against Saddam Hussein's arsenal helped spread the U.S. died of heart attack at the age of 71. Heat detected around doomed Russian jet just before crash. Moscow. Russia does not keeping Bashar al-Assad in the power. A matter of principle, the foreign ministry in Moscow said on Tuesday in comments that suggested a divergence of opinion with Iran. The Syrian president is our main international backer. Uber driver in India sentenced to life in prison for raping a passenger last year. Sheldon Silver leaves his Lower East Side home in New York City on Tuesday morning before federal prosecutors opened up his corruption trial. Fayetteville, Arkansas, a small plane that made an emergency landing along the Arkansas Highway was piloted by the former CEO of Walmart Stores Recovery, Bill Simon, told Associated Press that he unfurled a parachute that brought the plane down. In Albuquerque, New Mexico, thousands of people lined in the streets of that city as law enforcement officers got the funeral procession for a slain Albuquerque officer. Edward Caban said he installed a camera in his vehicle because he felt increasingly unsafe in his Uber vehicle. As Taco Bell executive charged an attack on Uber driver. 800 cars affected by underreported. VW sees about 2 billion euros in economic risks and top managers start dialogue with 40 days on consequences. Big tech and energy sector gains drove U.S. stocks higher on Tuesday when an index of one of the major NASDAQ companies finished at a record close tonight as it's down. Up 89.39 points to close at 17,918.15. S&P 500 up 5.74 points to close at 2,109.79. And NASDAQ up 17.98 points to close at 5,145.13. Washington, new orders for U.S. factory goods fell for a second straight month in September as the manufacturing sector continues to struggle under the weight of a strong dollar, deep spending cuts by energy companies. For decades, nearly all Americans in every age and racial group have seen decreases in the death rates by the last nearly 15 years. Middle-aged white Americans have been left out according to a study. A widely covered study that suggests that primates may have adapted their methods of new neighbors in a new place is now being questioned. 40-year-old gold mine for snail researchers by the islands hundreds of species intensely affected by environmental change. The discovery of 44 groups of Mars whales off the coast of Madagascar offers hope for a little-known species. There are now more than 3 dozen confirmed cases of people being sick by an E. coli outbreak in Oregon and Washington State. A sharp increase in the number of people affected by outbreak and has led to a popular fast casual chain, Chipotle. Researchers found a decrease in the number of customers notice a caloric information, while average calories per meal have increased since requiring restaurants to post the numbers on the menu boards. Nearly 3 out of 5 American adults take a prescription for Chipotle since 2000 because of much higher use for almost every type of medication from antidepressants to treatments for high cholesterol and diabetes. Talk about man's best friend. A new study reveals that kids raised at home with dogs are less likely to develop asthma. As the journal JAMA pediatric study of more than 1 million Swedish children also applies to kids who grew up on a farm with animals. Peter Channel News Time, 6:04. Time now for a sports report here. Tonight, the Boston Bruins will be at the Garden taking on the Dallas Stars. Game time, 7 o'clock at TD Garden here. The Wheaton Lions women's soccer team defeat the Smith Pioneers at Wheaton College of Maroon Stadium today, 2-0 on goals from Alexa Sanchez and Julie Cipriano here as Wheaton Lions move on to MIT for the New Mexico semifinal game against the Babson Beavers at MIT 1:30 p.m. on Saturday. The Washington Nationals have hired a new manager, Dusty Baker. Are the Indiana Pacers trying to be something that they're not? Will the small ball experiment eventually pay off? The jury's still up, and so far the results are not great as the Pacers will be taking on the Boston Celtics tomorrow in Indianapolis. The Tennessee Titans have fired Ken Whisenant less than 2 years into his tenure as the team's coach as the Titans announced Tuesday, promoting assistant head coach, tight end coach Mike Walker to interim coach of the team's sluggish 1-6 start. Days after the Buffalo News reported Patrick Kane will likely face criminal charges in an alleged rape that Chicago Blackhawks accused it does not want to cooperate with an investigation any longer, according to a study published Tuesday by the Buffalo News. The Boston Red Sox had exercised a $13 million option at right-hander Clay Buchholz as the 31-year-old was 7-7 with a 3.26 ERA and 18 starts this year, striking out 107 and walking 23, 113 and out, 113 and 1/3 innings. Peter Channel News Time, 6:06, Tanafa, Trevor reporting on this Tuesday evening. Route 4 in the South Manchester, Route 102 in Exeter to North Kingstown. We got an accident here on Route 1 in the North Manchester, Route 130 in the North Kingstown, so expect delays here. 295 in the South Manchester, Route 95 in Warwick here. 95 in the South Manchester, so from the airport connector in Warwick all the way out to Coventry here. 95 in the North Manchester, so from Route 37 in Warwick all the way out to Route 10 in Cranston here. 95 in the South Manchester, so protect the Scribbs to downtown Providence here. 95 in the North Manchester, also for the downtown Providence area here. 37 in East Manchester, an accident around Route 95 in Crescent Air. Another accident in 95 northbound before Route 10 in Crescent Air. 295 in the northbound side it did, so from Crescent all the way up to Route 6 in Johnson Air. Route 295 in the southbound side, so after Route 6 in Johnson Air. Route 610 connector also from 95 all the way up to Crescent Air. 146 southbound, so from Route 15 in Providence all the way up to 95 here. 146 on the northbound side, also around Route 99 in Lincoln and down there. 195 on the eastbound side, it's so from Route 103 in Somerset all the way out to the Barker Bridge and Fall River here. 24 on the southbound side, stopping to go from 44 in Random to Route 140 in Taunton here. Borden and Stockman Bridges are looking good here. Out of the Cape, get an accident on Route 6 in the eastbound side around Route 132 here. Worcester area highways are looking good here. Route 9, 290 in the eastbound side, an accident before Route 9 in Worcester here. 24 on the southbound side, so after Route 128 in Canton here. 120 on the southbound side, so for Route 9 in Wellesley, all the way up to the Braintree split. 120 on the northbound side, so from the split, all the way up to Route 24 here. Southeast Expressway on the both ends, it's slow from the Pike all the way up to the Braintree split due to an accident here on the Southeast Expressway, southbound side of Wellesley Boulevard here. Southeast 93 in both ends in downtown Boston, it's slow here. Mass parking on the westbound side is slow from South Boston all the way out to the Olsen right tolls here, then hit break again through the Newton corner, and then hit break again and mass back from Western all the way up to Framingham on Route 9. Mass back in the eastbound side, someone go from Newton all the way up to the Southeast Expressway in downtown Boston here, 93 on the northbound side. It is so from the Zakin Bridge all the way up to Somerville doing an accident on 93 on the southbound side around the Mystic Valley Parkway in Somerville here. 120 on the southbound side, so from Route 3 in Burlington all the way out to the mass back here. Route 120 on the northbound side, also over the Waltham stretch, get an accident on 128 southbound around Route 20 in Waltham here. 120 is southbound side, another accident around Route 2 in Lexington, so expect delays here. Route 1 on the northbound side is slow from Route 16 all the way up to Route 16 in Revere here. Mass back looking good from South Boston all the way to Logan Airport here. 120 on the northbound side, so from Route 3 all the way out to Linfield doing an accident on 120 southbound side before Route 93 in Brandon, so expect delays here. Route 495 on the southbound side, so for Route 20 in Marlboro all the way out to after Route 90 Mass Pike in West Virginia, an accident 495 southbound to Route 20 in Marlboro, so expect delays here. Route 3 on the northbound side, so from Burlington all the way up into the Nashua, New Hampshire here. 93 on the northbound side, it is so from Redden all the way up to Route 125 in North End over here. 93 on the southbound side, so after Route 128 in Redden here. And 120 is also backed up from Redden all the way at the Route 1 in Peabody here. And 120 on the both ends also from Peabody to Danvers here. 93 on the northbound side is slope from 125 and down over all the way at the Lawrence here. Up in New Hampshire, looking good in the Granite State here. And up in the main turnpike, it's looking good from York to Augusta via Paulton here. And out on 295. Out in 295, we get an accident in Yarmouth, so expect delays around Route 1 and 295 in Yarmouth, Maine. Here. Okay, let's take a look at MBTA alerts here. Subway system looking good. Commuter rail, it is. Commuter rail looking good. Ferries are looking good. Peter Channel News Time, 6:10 on this Tuesday evening time now for a weather report here. And it was another terrific Tuesday in tap. A taste of Indian summer today, as it was a beautiful day for the Wheaton soccer game. It was picture perfect weather. You didn't need a jacket because it was another mild one in tap. And I expect to be a mild one tomorrow. But tonight, clear sky, low about 44 degrees. West with about 5 miles an hour coming evening near. Wednesday, sun sky about 65 degrees and light variable wind. Wednesday night, most of the skies about 46 degrees, light soft wind. Thursday, slight chance of showers after 3 p.m. Most of the skies high about 69 degrees and southwest about 3 to 6 miles an hour. Anticipation 20%. Thursday, chance of showers melting between 7 p.m. and 2 a.m. With punch to 3 a.m. Otherwise, most skies about 57 degrees and southwest about 5 miles an hour. Anticipation 30%. Friday, slight chance of showers after 3 p.m. Punch before 9 a.m. Otherwise, most of the skies have about 7 degrees and anticipation of 20%. Right now, most skies go about 54 degrees. Saturday, parts of the podcast got about 61 about 38 degrees. Sunday, most skies got about 50 about 32 degrees. Monday, Saturday podcast got about 54 about 39 degrees. And for Tuesday, most of the skies got about 58 degrees. Currently in Norton, 57 degrees with fair skies, humidity 69%. And that is going to be it for the Peter Channel 6 o'clock news. And it's November 3rd, 2015 here on a Tuesday. Peter will say have a good evening. I'll see you at 11 o'clock for a late hour report. Have a good evening.